Well, we have Thembi Simelane, who is going to give us an update now, the Human Settlements Minister, who's on that 3-day visit to the Eastern Cape. We cross live there now.
They can be able to lay their loved one to rest. But then secondly, the municipality has moved swiftly to identify land together with the locals, particularly for the families that have been affected and their houses have been washed away. And they are closer into the dam and the stream, which it will not be advisable in our view that they build again in that area. We will be relocating them. Our team are on site assessing that area, and we will then begin, after they've been given an opportunity to bury their loved ones, discussions and engagement into making them understand that it is important that they move into a much safer area where government can then be able to give a permanent solution. It's quite a tragedy, a huge one that the province of the Eastern Cape is facing. But all government teams, about 9 streams, are physically here, from health, education, home affairs, ourselves, SASA, including civil society like Gift of the Givers and all. So they are providing meals, we are providing accommodation, they are providing education, transportation, and everything that is needed in the form of the disaster. Our emergency team are still, as you can see on site, the technical team from KSD is still also making sure that it's clearing the rubble, it's recovering whatever could be recoverable for our families. Engagements have started with the bereaved. Almost we are ready as government, as the families get to settle down and get themselves ready. Pathologic forensics are almost done with all the necessary work. Bodies has been released to the loved ones. They are busy with preparations. I think we're remaining with about 10 or so paperwork for family members with regard to home affairs, which is also on site. Actually expect a temporary truck where all the paperwork for children and family members are being done. So we can say, in a consolidated manner, as government, we've put our best foot forward, but ultimately we need to make sure that we keep our communities in a safe way going into the future.
Okay, lastly, well, we know that humanitarian organizations are coming in numbers, but there is an outcry from some of them that the staff, or food stuff and other material or items are looted by some of the members that are supposed to be helping these poor communities.
I'm hearing that for the first time. We meet 3 times a day as technical teams. We meet first thing in the morning, we meet at 2 o'clock every day, we meet at 7 o'clock every day, just to take stock of all the teams to make sure that we are getting such a feedback. And we have not come across such, even in our Prof Jock. We'll look into it. I was with the Gift of the Givers this morning. I haven't received any. They are not the only ones. Red Cross is here and others, but we would like to get that indication. If there is, it means maybe we may have to make an addition into what we are providing. But we also have to understand it. I would assume maybe it's community members out of the devastation, poverty. Possibly what we are allocating is not sufficient for the families that they are taking care of. But we have been assessing, SASA has been doing that religiously, how many people live in this household we account for, so that we could be able to give sufficient food. We'll look into it. And if it's not necessarily the people who are affected, then it means it's a criminal activity. We'll have to pull in the law enforcement officers. But so far, the teams from law enforcement have been dealing with emergency and recovery of bodies, and they've been doing very well. We have not had any complaint, really. I'm hearing about this for the first time, but me and MEC will attend to it, because we're back into our evening meeting with regard to our streams of Prof Jock this afternoon.
Okay, no Minister.
Okay, all right.
Coming back to you there from the Human Settlements Minister Thembi Simelane, who is in the Eastern Cape on a 3-day visit after those devastating floods last week.